Hi guys and gals, thought I'd do a little garden update. We're in transition here now. Most of the annuals from the spring garden are gone, as you can see. Big difference. These are my trellises over here I have stacked up waiting for the next batch of tomatoes and so forth, tall plants. And the cucumbers are pretty much done. I've got a couple of them. These are heirloom cucumbers. They're the Poinsett 76 variety. And I've got a couple of the cucumbers that are going to seed, so you got to leave those on the vine until they get really nice and ripe, and then harvest the seeds. There's two huge cucumbers I'm saving from them. And we're getting the odd cucumber coming in, but they're really bitter now, so they're really, these plants have had it. This is my cast iron tub that I've been growing in for years. For some reason it's kind of in a sweet spot. Things do really well here. And the plants that are left there's a couple kinds of basil here. There's catnip, that's catnip right there, and these are sweet potatoes. These just started recently, and sweet potatoes love the heat, and they grow a lot of them in Texas, so that's what we're going to grow for our next summer crop. And then I've got seedlings inside for new tomatoes and peppers and broccoli and cauliflower and something else. I'm trying to think of it. That'll be going into these beds pretty soon. These basil plants are like way out of control, but it's nice to have them for seasoning foods and stuff like that, and I'll be cutting those way back when it's time to do it. So yeah, all the tomatoes and peppers are gone. These are okra plants that I direct seeded, and they love the heat too, so they'll be producing okra pretty soon. Other basil and catnip. Other basil over there, and these are kind of sad looking. That's lime basil, which is really tasty stuff. And those are thyme plants that need some fertilizer. As you can see, they're pretty yelled up, but I've kind of been ignoring those. But they'll green up when I hit them with some fertilizer. This bed here, basically, this is where a lot of the tomatoes were, and I'm letting that go fallow. There's some oregano and marigolds, thyme, and sage growing in here. I've blocked off a lot of the drip irrigation here, so I'm not wasting a bunch of water every day. This is that pot with the Thai peppers, basil, and some pepperoncinis in it. I harvested the Thai peppers, and I've got tons of those dried for cooking with. Still making lots of pepperoncinis. I'll be probably doing a couple quarts or maybe a couple pints of pepperoncinis pretty soon. And this bed here had jalapenos in it, and a couple of eggplants, and some other things that are gone now. And all that's left is the herbs down the middle there. That's all flat leaf Italian parsley, which I leave that out there because the black swallowtail butterflies like to lay their eggs on it, so we'll leave that available for them. There's a sage plant and another big oregano plant. So oregano likes the heat too, and the dill is, because I pulled a bunch of those yesterday because the aphids love the dill, and for some reason they're not on these couple plants here, so I'm letting those go to seed so I can save those seeds. I've got one in a pot here, which of Black Beauty eggplant that's surviving, and there's a few eggplants on it that are ripening up, so I'm giving those a chance to ripen, and then that plant's going to go away. I've had enough eggplant to last me for a while. And this is another sweet potato I planted in one of those self-watering pots, and it's thriving. Things get pretty dry here. this time of year. We've had temperatures up to 108 degrees here, and it's not the dry heat like you get out in the southwest like Arizona. It's humid here and hot. We usually average between 40 and 60% humidity. And this is an Egyptian spinach that I planted. I've never grown this before, but I've tasted the leaves of it and they taste pretty good. They're doing okay. Some bugs are getting on them a little bit, but it's a food source, and we'll see how it works out. I planted some Malabar spinach down here in this pot, but now I was desperate for seeds because seeds were short. There was shortage of seeds at the beginning of this pandemic thing, and I ordered seeds from some Amazon seller and they didn't germinate, so that's what was happening there. I think I'm going to put some more sweet potatoes in this pot. And there's a parsley plant down there. This one has some cocoons of black swallowtail butterflies on it, so I'm keeping that watered and letting it keep going. Now that's about it for this garden. Today I'm just blocking off some of the drip irrigation so I'm not wasting water like I was saying before, and the work level load has gone down quite a bit. Hope you enjoyed that.